One thing, I've been a very devout card ladder person for the last year. With it being owned by Collectors Universe, I guess maybe I thought like, hey, this is really, really legit stuff. Like it's the same company that owns PSA. They own Golden Auctions. Like this must be, really, really, really legit. So when the data from PwC Premier came in, I was really surprised because it takes a long time to get paid out from what you can sign. So I was looking at the comps from the auction, and all of a sudden they're all listed on Card Ladder. And I think, well, that's really interesting because I bought a couple cards at the auction, which, ultimately I hadn't paid for yet. So why is that being posted? And vice versa, I know my card hasn't been paid for. So why is it also being posted as a comp? So that's suspicious to me. Like, that's a piece of data that is, basically being booked as a comp, and to the average naked eye, the person wouldn't know that it actually isn't a transaction that's been completed. So got me looking a little deeper. And, it's quite concerning actually when you peel away the onion. So Card Ladder's been taking data feeds from PWCC, data feeds from eBay, and creating comps. I started looking at some of the cards that I lost money on. In particular, one was an Exquisite Steph rookie card, an auto, 9.5. And I'm starting to look back through some of the sales history in Card Ladder, and I'm seeing, okay, so that card, that's not a card that transacts very often. That's a fairly high dollar value card. That was, 6 months ago, that was a $35,000 card. Okay, that's very interesting. So it's sold in April, and then 14 days later, it sold again. Well, okay, like let me go back and search eBay search history for sales history. Oh, wow, that's the same card. Oh, well, it just wasn't paid for, and now there's two comps. Wow, I actually looked at that comp, the $25,000. Oh, wow, it's down from 35. That's a good buy. It wasn't paid for at 25. It was paid for at 21. So
that's really hard to do.
All of a sudden, I'm thinking, oh my God, what have I been doing? I've been so devout to Card Ladder, looking at all of these comps that have been posted, and I've been looking at this as, these comps must be real. This is owned by Collectors Universe. This must be real. And I'm starting to think, wow, okay, this is not good. So I reached out to PWCC.
The one thing we've always done different than any other platform that tries to come into the sports card pricing and data space is, well, we've done a lot of things different, but one that's like super obvious as I see different ones come and go is we put such an emphasis on accurate data. And, every day, 720 plus days, we have spent vetting thousands and thousands. Well, ultimately, it's now millions and millions of sales. And we've put tech in place. We've troubleshooted scenarios and systems to make sure that we pull in every sale from 14 different marketplaces as it's happening. We vet each sale. We make sure it goes to the right card and the right profile, and it shows up in the right area and in the right place in your collection, ultimately, if you're tracking that card yourself. And that's the foundation for all of this, is having good data. And not just good data, but clean data, immaculate data. So, that's one thing I noticed is that, that's what's always made us different. That's what we've always cared about. And, I don't see anybody, I see these companies keep coming and going, and they always seem to miss that part. They always seem to not understand that giving your users accurate, comprehensive, complete data is super important.